Alright, just a couple of more seconds, and then I will be reading chat, and we'll get this all started. My apologies. Not feeling the greatest. I don't imagine there's anybody in chat currently. Pop out chat. There we go. Okay, so just those things are open.
Hello there. Hello there.
What's up, Ninja Pigeon? I'm gonna give everybody a couple more seconds to get in here. Ninja Pigeon, do you have 2 accounts? Nice. Oh, just playing around with the raid stuff. I haven't tested it too much, but I have a couple of ideas that I've been thinking about since I initially did a couple, like, I did about 5, maybe 10 minutes of testing earlier. But I had a couple of ideas how to save insta-kill for Sim 4, so I'm going to play around with that a little bit. I'm going to stream as long as I can. I'm not feeling super hot. Here's the problem. Oh, I should have noticed which sim I'm on. So ignore these guys. Let's see. / Learn how to type it now. It's only been about 400 years. E equals not villagers. Okay. I don't even know why I have to try to kill her on. It doesn't work anyways. That's weird because somebody said yo at the very first, and their name is Ninja Pigeon also, but like the PFP looks different. Anyways. What sim are we on? Okay, we're on Sim 6. Let's turn it back to Sim 4 and I'll show you the problem. Remember, we're on Sim 4 now. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter about... I don't care about getting bad omen or any of that other stuff. We'll worry about that later. Here's the problem with the current insta-kill rate farm. Okay, I get bad omen just like I should. Because in the villagers right there, so obviously I'm gonna start a raid. What I would expect is I would expect the raiders to spawn up there, or at the very least, I would expect them to spawn on the ground. Now you hear that, right? I'm gonna let us cycle through a couple of waves, and then we'll see if we can find these guys. Right? Now, you would expect to start seeing them fall down. And you think, well, maybe they're just bunched up at the top, or there's some other problem, or whatever, right? But they're not up here. See, there are no mobs up here. And then my second thought was, well, maybe they're spawning on the ground. Maybe they did something insane and made them spawn on the ground somewhere. Or maybe they're in caves. I mean, who knows what they're doing, right? But, like, it's cycling correctly. But the problem is, let's say you do this. You'll notice there are no raiders in that list. Do you see that? There's no raiders in that. Yeah, there's no raiders that are still alive. They're not anywhere. So that means that they are spawning up there and instantly despawning. Now let's watch what happens on the exact same farm in the exact same place, but we're on Sim 6. Now I don't know what kind of giblet head thought this was a good idea to tie the yeah, it's not good. It's a terrible thing. I mean, it's
Hello there. Hello.
For insecure reform, it's going to be bad in general. If you are hand fighting a raid on the ground, let's say you just happen to get bad omen and you happen to wander into a village, right? Just one on the ground. That means the raid is going to practically spawn on top of you, because it has a spawn within that 44 blocks. See, now that we're on Sim 6, we're seeing them fall down because they're spawning up there. Everything's working just like it should. Oh, is it still unlisted? Okay, well that explains why nobody's in here. Hang on, let me jump on my phone. Where did I do my phone? Oh, I didn't realize I still had it unlisted. I bet I started out unlisted because I didn't. My bad. I can't change. It's the YouTube studio. Come on, YouTube. You can do it. Yeah, you can clip streams. That's been a thing for a little bit. Content, live. You have to click 10,000 things, and YouTube the actual save. Okay. Yeah, we can still do that. That's what I'm doing right now. I mean, that's kind of the point of what I was going to do here is prove that it still worked on R40. The problem is that we're going to have to bring this platform down. Like, this villager can no longer be 80 blocks up on Sim 4. He's going to have to be within the 44 blocks of you. Yeah, you can stack villages. That's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, you're jumping the gun a little bit, but yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So let's get out of here. Let's create a new world. Let's do it creative. Let's do Sim for insta kill. Difficulty hard. Yeah, let's do infinite. 4 chunks, show coordinates. Weather cycle off. Create.
Hello there.
What's up? What's up, MC Psych?
Hello there.
All right, let's bring up a command. Let's see. Locate. Pillager outpost. 632. 1800. Okay, let's see. Teleport. 632. 100. 1800. All right, render in any minute now, buddy. That'd be great. There we go. Oh, a snow one? That sucks. Kill those guys. Okay, 94 is the top of that. So 91. Let's see, execute. I'm just gonna mark the I'm doing this all on the fly because I wasn't planning on doing this. Whoops. What did I, oh, I hit F11, okay. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Execute at E. Type equals pillager. Set block. Tilde, whoops. -1 tilde glowstone. And do this as a repeat. And then do always active. And then do kill at E. Chain conditional always active. Okay. Okay, I think that's going to be our spawn swat. Do we have any down here? Okay, we do. Oh, I am so far behind. You hate that they removed the Vindicator from the Pillager Patrol. I mean, I don't really understand the purpose of that. You like them despawning? I have a problem with them despawning in R44. That's my biggest problem. I don't have a problem with the raid despawning. It absolutely probably should despawn if it fails. But the problem is that in R44, the raid is going to practically spawn on top of you. If you are in a naturally spawned village and you spawn a raid, it's going to have to spawn within 44 blocks of you. Do you understand that? And and the size of the village is only like 32 blocks. So, I mean, it's going to spawn just right on top of you. As soon as you come in that village, it's going to be right on that where you either it's going to be on the opposite side of the village, or it's going to spawn literally at your coordinates. Because it has to spawn within the 44 blocks and it can't. And it has to spawn like in a radius around the village. So I mean, it's not gonna spawn in the center of the village. So it's gonna literally spawn right on top of you. It's going to be a bad situation, and I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out. I should play around with that a little bit, see how it works out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's going to be that other pillager spot. This is going to be a two spotter. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, let's burn this down, right? Where is this? Here we go. And let's bump this one to 91 also. Actually, bump them. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need those anymore. All right, let's read what chat has to say. Let's see. The reason for the Johnny's being removed is parody. They can take their parody and shove their parody because nothing that they do is parody unless you want to spell it Parody. While we wait for that to burn down, let's actually look at the changelog real quick. Okay. Raid mobs now despawn after a raid ends if the player moves too far away. I have a problem with that. What I have is the problem with R44. R44 is awful in everything that it does, and 44 blocks is not as much as you think it is. That is super tiny. If you are running around, if you are doing anything, this essentially makes raids worthless. You can just, if you trigger a raid in a village, you can just run away from it and it despawns. This encourages cowardice. This breaks raids. Does everybody understand that? If you trigger a raid in a village, you don't have to fight it. I don't have a problem with them despawning if you lost the raid. I have a problem with the raid despawning if you just run away. Yeah, we're burning the what do you call it? The pillager outpost down. We're going to try to build a R44 insta-kill raid form now with the new mechanics. The raid boss color changed from red to purple. I don't care about that one way or the other. I thought purple was fine. The red's fine. Okay, if that is actually parity, then whatever. Who cares? The Vindicator no longer naturally spawning in illager patrols. I mean, that sucks a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. The big one is the first thing right there. Raid mobs now despawn after raid ends if the player moves too far away. But if you spawn a wave, you can just run away, come back, spawn the next wave, run away, come to fight it. You can just literally... Shout out to the Pillager Fire Patrol. The Hero of the Village thing is probably a good change. Like I said, some of this is okay, some of it is not, though. You know, let me jump into a flatland creative world. I'm going to show you something. I don't think the person who did them thought them through. It's not about getting hero of the village. It's about if you trigger a raid, you should have to fight it. Let's make sure that what I'm saying is accurate. But for my previous testing, it was. So. Actually, villager, I have some bad news for you. I'm going to have to kill you because I'm going to need to put leads down there. Because I don't want any raiders spawning in there with you. Okay. You are protected, sir. Okay. I wonder what happens if I just run away right now. Making the Sim 6 the default would go a long way to fixing the problem. Okay, that didn't get rid of the... Oh, wait, did it? Where is my villager? Who is paying attention to where we built that? Okay, here we are, right here. What's up, Alejandro? I need to talk to you later. They might have broken portal spam farms in the beta. There was some stuff about those as well. Okay, here are those raiders. Okay, now I'm just gonna fly this way. Why didn't they despawn? That's the real question. Because they despawned in the insta-kill raid farm. Interesting. Okay, maybe this is not terrible. Okay, so area within 44 blocks. Okay, this is an interesting revelation. They must spawn. The raid will still have vindicators, just not the patrol. We're talking about just they removed the vindicator. Sometimes the vindicator was in the patrols and they removed that, Dara. They didn't remove it from the actual raid itself. Okay, those guys are still there. Okay, well, I lost. I should be able to fly up and despawn those guys. Okay, I do approve of that. What I don't approve of, and what a lot of you didn't see because I had my stream unlisted for, I don't know, let's say like 5-10 minutes, was this. I actually put that on the wrong sim distance, so I'm going to have to back out of it again. You had iron golems spawning on the sides. That's because iron golems spawn in a higher vertical distance now, and they also spawn on all kinds of blocks they shouldn't. let's see. The big thing that Mojang needs to do, your realms or symbols. They could fix a lot of the problems with realms if they dedicated more resources to them and created a Sim 6 instead of Sim 4, even if it costs more. You're gonna need to start a raid. Is the only way. Yeah, the patrols don't have vindicators anymore. Game lags and load. Yeah, the game lags and loading chunks. Let's see. Let's see. Save and quits. Okay, let's turn this down to Sim 4. And I already showed this to a few people. They were in the chat, or part of my Discord, because they got the link first, apparently. Now, on Sim 4, and we're going to ignore the trident killers, and we're going to ignore all of the trying to get... We're just going to give ourselves Bad Omen. And, of course, you can see that they changed the color of the raid bar. I don't care about that. And we're getting Bad Omen because our villagers right there, we're within distance of the villagers. So none of that changed. What you're going to see is that we're not actually going... The raid isn't actually spawning. I don't know if it's failing. Like, is each wave failing? Because those mobs don't exist. Watch. You notice that we killed all that stuff, but none of that is actual raiders. Those are not raiders. That's all just junk on the ground and stuff. See? We'll do it again. There's nothing left to kill. There are no raiders. It seems to be cycling correctly. I don't know if the fact that they're spawning too far out is actually causing them to despawn, which is the only thing I can guess. Which means we're going to have to bring that platform and that villager down. Yeah, Sim 4 is too small. I need to figure out how far away they are spawning. Like I said, we're having no mobs. They are not up here. You think they would be up here, or you think they'd be on the ground? They're not anywhere. They did a test, I don't know, maybe about a year ago, where they didn't tell anybody and they just bumped all the realms to Sim 10 to do some testing. And it was a disaster because they didn't tell anybody, which is on brand for Mojang to not explain things to people. So it's hard to know if it would cost more or not. Let's see if they did anything screwy. That's what I guess is that it's failing. Okay, let's put our bed here at 0, 0 so that we know that is the center. Let's give ourselves some command blocks. Bam, bam. Let's just see if there's anything screwy with the spawn distance. Let's see, execute at. Let's see. At. Let's just do pillagers. At pillager. Oh, wait. What am I doing? At E. Is this my first day? Type equals. It would be nice if you could just type at pillager. That set block -1, and let's set it to glowstone. Repeat. always active. Let's do kill. At E. Type equals not a village. My fat fingers. And we will set it to chain, and we'll set it as conditional and always active. Okay. Let's start a raid, right? Let's see. You can move the actual blocks, but you can't put the HSS on a flat world because it causes it to crash over and over. I mean, I could physically move it as an outpost. Yeah. My chat is wonky, and let me open up the bigger chat. Can you use a structure block to move structures from world to world? If not, that would be nice. But it won't operate like a structure. A structure is two parts. It's the blocks and it's the HSS, the hard-coded spawn area. And you can't move that with a structure block. Is it putting... Okay, it's not putting any glowstone down. Why is it not? Is something wrong with our command block here? Type equals villager. Set block. No, it should be putting a glowstone one block down below where they spawn. And I am not seeing it. Okay, I am actually seeing it. Okay. So we're out, let's say 40 blocks. There. 39 blocks. Okay, so look, this guy right here is out at 44 blocks. 47. I'm gonna guess that this is part of a group right here, and that this was the initial spawn, which is within the 44. Wow, we're out at 56 blocks. That's insane right there. How are these guys spawning out so far? 48. Okay, so they can spawn a little bit out, maybe because I wasn't exactly at 0, 0. Let's get rid of that and see if it's spawning based on me or if it's spawning based on the village. But most of those are within the 44 blocks. We had a couple of outliers. I'm not sure what to make of that, but... I feel like we need to do that test one more time, right? Okay, let's go. Let's do it where I stand at 0, 0 perfectly. Let's see, time, day... I didn't think it was going to matter, but apparently it matters. Pretzel, you okay? Let's see. Hey, there were pillagers in that kill. Does the Java bell mechanics work? No. Bells are garbage and should be thrown in lava. Bedrock doesn't get a lot of things that Java gets because we get half updates and parodies and things like that. They don't design the game. What's up, Puma? Everyone, go follow the Mighty Puma. Links to his Discord are in the description. You can find all his information there. The Fortress World. That's his Discord. If you look in the description, you'll find the link to his under people doing cool stuff. That's where you can find him. But we don't get a lot of things that Java gets because we get half updates and broken stuff and things like that. Thank you for showing by, Puma. That is very awesome of you. You should go check out Puma. He streams on Twitch. He is doing amazing stuff over there. My villagers have been escaping their trading. I assume that means trading hall that has been keeping them in for 3 updates. I would need to see a picture to explain why that's happening. I'm always happy to support fellow content creators, especially people who are good people. Bells are required to summon the villager leader. All right, you're trying to poke the bear right now, Pretzel. It's not the time, buddy. I haven't been feeling well today. Yeah, today is not the day, buddy. Villager, what are you doing with your life, bro? Oh, I know what you did. You jumped in the bed somehow. And now you were glitched up through the glass. Bro, you were living dangerously. Are you trying to get killed? Get back in there, bro. What's going on here? We are playing with the new raid farm mechanics. First of all, I'm testing to see how far out they will actually spawn. And then once we have that, we will know about how far we can play around with it. Bells are cool when you need... that is one of the only few uses is monostable circuits. Bells in iron farms do absolutely nothing. They aren't required to spawn golems. Oh, this is not leaves. What am I doing with my life? That's grass. Okay. Time midnight. Let's see about how far out we are spawning. 49 blocks. Okay, interesting. I mean, it's possible that these two are related and that they actually spawned inside the 44. I bet we aren't going to see any that don't have a interior one. You know what I'm saying? Like the first part of the raid spawned inside the 44 blocks. This is going to be really weird if... Okay, 49. That's weird that it spawned out like that. 53, huh? Alright. We're getting some outliers that are outside that 44, which is a little weird. But not very far outside of it. So it looks within about 50 blocks is where we're at. I mean, I'll need to do some more extensive testing that we're not going to be able to do on stream to give you an exact number, but I would say within 50 blocks for sure. But we need to figure out if it's spawning based on the village or if it's spawning based on the player. So I don't hate the player, hate the game. Because if it's spawning based on the village in a 40-50 block scenario, it's going to spawn right on top of you. As you enter a village, you enter that village at 32 blocks. Like right here is where you're going to enter that village, and like 10-12 blocks is where it's going to spawn right behind you. Interesting. That is interesting. Are you in the beta or are you in the current? Well, they did change allegedly because of, let's say, parity. It would be nice if the devs did a thing where they talked to the community and said, hey, what are the issues with the current stuff? Like they do with the Java community. Okay, so I'm going to actually go over here, let's say 32 blocks away, 30 blocks away, and I'm going to how our patterns change, if they do or if they don't. We'll know very quickly. If we'll be able to tell, is the circle around us or is the circle around the village? I'll have to look. I'm in the beta, so. And you can tell he isn't teleporting 2 or 3 blocks. I use bells in my new trading hall to kill the villagers. Why would you want to kill the villagers? Yeah, this is a 4 sim distance. Unless I did it wrong, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure I did it right. Yeah, we're on 4 chunk simulation distance. I mean, I would like to think that I'm one of the bigger known members of the Bedrock community. Even if I don't have that numbers on YouTube, I mean, people generally know who I am. Villagers can be annoying. I will 100% agree with that. If you give them an opportunity, if you give villagers an opportunity to do the wrong thing, they absolutely 100% of the time will do the one wrong thing. What we really need on Bedrock is dev tools. We need things like World Painter and chunk, an ability to delete chunks and to move the entire structure. I should be able to move an outpost or a monument or whatever. I should be able to copy and paste it and it actually function. I should be able to copy paste the HSA with it. It would be nice if we had actual official tools and they weren't all third party and sketchy and stuff like that. I would love that. The same way that we have officially supported mods and add-ons and stuff like that, I would like to see Bedrock get a lot of those same tools, but them be, I can't explain how they're spawned at 50. They used to spawn at 80 blocks. They used to spawn at the top of the world, so which they don't do anymore. So who knows what the actual change is? And we won't know until a few days or maybe even until it releases, where the code digging can go through it. I don't know. How is it spawning out past 44? I don't know. I can't tell you. I can only tell you that it does slightly. All right. Okay, that's interesting that the bar is stuck. Let's switch to peaceful to end that raid, hopefully. Okay. I feel like we have learned that it is still based on the village. $48, $41. Yeah, these guys are still based on the village. Wow, look how far these guys spawned out. No, it's still within the 44. Look at that. Okay, so it is still spawning based on the village, which, unless there's some exclusionary distance from the player, like it can't spawn within so many blocks of the player, you're going to have times where the raid spawns on top of you. Because like I said, at 32 blocks, if the raid spawns at 44, that's like 10, 12 blocks. I mean, literally, they'll be able to shoot you the second they spawn. Sorry about that cough. I've been feeling terrible today. I don't know if it's allergies or what. I'm not sure what's going on with me, but oh, not the right world. Sorry, I've opened up several worlds to do a little bit of testing. You're getting to see a little bit of kind of how my brain works a little bit in this, and my process of understanding how when they make ridiculous changes, how I get to understand what those ridiculous changes are. It takes almost no time to break, especially in creative, but even in survival, you can break an outpost down, and there's a ton of wood in it, but you can break an outpost down. Good on you, zombie, for taking up a new job. You can break down an outpost in like 30 minutes. All right, that probably is getting to be pretty close to enough. So 91, and let's say we go up 40 blocks. So we'll go up to like 131, right? This will give us set block, leaves. Oops, we need to do our location first. Right? Make it a little bit easier on us to see. We didn't put this on peaceful or anything, did we? Nope. Okay, that was the other world. Because we should be seeing pillagers spawn right there. Okay, we are. Okay, that's what we wanted to see. Make sure we had our spawn spots marked correctly. Boom, boom. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to spawn proof this for just a moment, because I don't want pillagers spawning everywhere all the time. That should essentially spawn proof the outpost area. Amethyst, let's see, I hardly care about the new content. All I look forward to are bug fixes now. I completely agree. I don't care about any of the new blocks. I don't care about any of that. I love the new zombie with the banner. Yeah, it's nice when they find a new job, right? Doesn't really mean that it is coming, but there could be changes. I like to test anytime they change something in villages, because I know a few people. I mean, I'm not trying to name drop and brag, but I know people in the technical community that have not me personally, I don't have any pull with any of the devs, but I know a few people that know some of the devs, and I know a few people that, you know, work on the bug tracker, and I can help put input in. So it's nice to be able to contribute to potentially getting things fixed. I have no pull myself. I 100%, the devs don't ever listen to me. They are going to do whatever they want to do. But I know a couple of people that I can give my input to that can potentially change the output of stuff, which is why I like to test the beta. And I also like to test it because I like to know what's potentially coming. None of these changes are set in stone yet. We'll see. I'm okay with them, I think. I wasn't initially reading the changelog. I wasn't okay with it. It will make a Simtic, I mean not a Simtic, but a insta-kill raid farm harder to build on Sim 4. The other ones are pretty much unchanged as far as I can tell, but that's where we are. So okay, let's see. We need a village. We need a bed. You always use cyan beds because they are the best. We need some glass and we need some leaves. I know, we'll just put this down. Okay, and we're going to need a solid type block. Okay. So here is going to be our platform, right? This is where we're going to stand. So we'll do this. We will stand here. The raid will spawn and fall. We're not actually going to build the full raid farm out. We're just going to build a test concept to prove that we can still do it on Sim Distance 4. Because there just isn't time. Okay. In this scenario, I should build over this way. I should put a bed down right here. So it not be my bed, this will be the villager bed. We should break that stuff. We should put our villager right here. Go ahead. And we do this because the old way of putting the villager on the bed, when he wakes up, he'll glitch up through glass and leaves and stuff like that. But in this way, he's safe. He can still see the bed. He just can't get in the bed. He doesn't need to sleep. He will be just as happy to stand right there forever. Now, we could put him in a scenario where he could get in and out of the bed and all that. We could do that if we wanted to. We're not going to today, though. So, up from our platform, we are at 132. We want to go up, let's say, 40 blocks. So, we'll go up to block 170. I'll kick you the seed, Puma. What's up, Olga?
Hello there. Hello there.
I can only hope they get rid of Sim 4 because it's really awful. It's awful for mob farms. It's awful for everything. The mobs practically spawn in your pocket. I mean, it's really the worst thing ever. It's really bad. I mean, Sim 4 is really bad. Even Sim 6 is not great because it still cuts off the true 128 spawn sphere. You only get the 128 vertically and you only get 96 horizontally. If I remember correctly, you don't start getting a true 128 till you get to like Sim 10 or something like that. Sim 8, Sim 10, I forget. Just use Phil? I could use Phil. It's already over with now. I'm old school. I started playing Minecraft at a time where there was no creative. You got Chunky Torch? This is a custom resource pack by Dr. AV. It makes the glass look a little better. It makes the grass look a little better. I really liked how Toasty Puma's streams would always look. And because he used the same grass feature. I don't know where he got his resource pack from, but that's where I got mine from. Bounding boxes or ability to turn off and on. Chunk borders would be great. Yeah, that goes back to our tools. It would be super great if we could actually have tools made by Mojang. That would be amazing. We are going to use Phil now. How big a platform do we need? Let's see, 8 minus 12 minus 12. And let's say stone. What did I do wrong? Oh, I misspelled stone. Okay. So go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we're going to need to put the bed here. Right? Because the bed is, of course, the center. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we'll go 1, 2. And just like we did with the villager down below, we will encase him like this. Now, this is not going to be a perfect spawning platform, I understand. This is only to prove... Oh, I know what I did wrong. I didn't stack the villages. See? So we need to go 100 blocks this way. So 1,800, so we need to go out to 1,700. You're about to get a quick lesson in stacking. Yeah, that's how I spell stone. Java players are just solid and they hate Bedrock, even though they never play on both directions. I mean, I personally hate Java. Not because I hate the game or I hate the community. Just because I hate the way the controls work. I don't like that there's no controller support. I think there's a lot of hate back and forth between the Java and the Bedrock community. It's kind of ridiculous. To be fair, my only real complaint, Java and Bedrock. He goes both ways. Yeah, Puma goes both ways. He don't discriminate. I don't play Java. I make no apologies for that. Because I've created this village over 100 blocks away from any other villages. This is a separate village. And remember how earlier I said if you give a stupid, he will? That is why I put these rails on the side. And I am going to break these beds one at a time. And I'm going to walk this village into that other one where I want it to be. If you are doing this in survival, I recommend you light this up and all those other things like that, or you're going to have a bad day. This is how stacking works. This is how it's worked since 1.10, 1.11 when we first started doing it. I don't know 100% certain that I was the first person to do it, but we were within the first 2 or 3, for sure. Flowland was doing it also at the time. Me and Orr were doing it. There might have been another person or two, but nobody that I know of. But once again, the community is enormous, and I can't know everything that everybody's doing. But this is how it's always worked. You don't need bells. There's no leader of the village mess. There's none of that. You just walk them in just exactly like you're doing this in survival. You just need 3 beds, and you just break one bed at a time like this. It villages in. There's no bells. There's none of that. Java players, marketplace. The marketplace I have a love-hate relationship with. On one hand, I like the marketplace because it's 10 times safer and 10 times better than any third-party website. All of those are incredibly janky and sketchy and dangerous. On the other hand, the marketplace is very limiting. A lot of the hate between Java and Bedrock is due to ignorance. Ignorance on the part of the Java players, ignorance on part of the Bedrock players. It's hate sent one way or the other because the other side sends hate. And I don't hate Bedrock players. Like I said, my only real complaint with Java is that no controller support. I don't understand that. And before somebody tells me that there's a mod for it, there are, but the mods are terrible. It's 2021. It's almost 2022. And a game that's 10, 12 years old doesn't have controller support? Seems pretty ridiculous. Especially from a company as large as Mojang and Microsoft. Yeah, I think a lot of the hate between the two groups is ignorance and or jealousy. I'm gonna kick it back to nighttime so that we don't get caught out during the middle of the day. Okay, so the villager goes there and there and there. Okay, let's put your bed right there, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Excellent, bro. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of you. Goodbye. We're gonna get rid of this. Bedrock was programmed in only 2 weeks. Well, that is absolutely 100% wrong. Bedrock started out as the Pocket Edition. I don't know if you know that or not. It was very successful. Most players on Minecraft completely, counting Java and Bedrock players, are mobile players. I don't know if you know that. The vast majority. Java players are the minority. If you count Bedrock players to Java players, I don't have the exact figures now, but at one point in time it was 4-1 Bedrock versus Java. But I want it to be daytime sometimes. So we need to get rid of that because we don't want anything spawning. Now, let's give ourselves Bad Omen. And if this works correctly, we should have mob spawning up there on that platform. Yeah, there used to be a light version of Pocket Edition. Nice. He actually fell down. Good on that. The insta-kill rate for him. It just requires an extra step. I think if you give every Bedrock player a good PC, they will jump to Java. Well, I have an okay PC. I can play Java. I own Java. I just do not want to play Java. So you are incorrect. What you are is called a hater. If Java was a real game and had real actual features that you would expect in a modern game and wasn't a dinosaur type game, if it wasn't programmed by racist dinosaurs, I might consider playing it, but I will not play it as long as it doesn't have controller support. Be a real game or don't. Yeah, if you give me a computer, I'm still going to play Bedrock. But clearly we are able to build a insta-kill raid farm on Sim 4 still. We just have to go through an extra step of stacking in the village within the 44 blocks. I will try to do a tutorial on this, but it might be a bit. I'm way behind on stuff, and I've been so tired, and just work and family and everything else has just been killing me this week. So I'm very behind on everything. I still need to do the 16 stack village farm. Man, I am so far behind on just everything. I'm a little sad this turned into a Bedrock versus Java hate fest, but let's see. I didn't like Java. I'm gonna play for a few weeks. Everything. I have Java too. I have Java. I just don't play it because it's not a modern game. It doesn't feel like a modern game. It doesn't have accessibility like a modern game. Java is first of all, Java is like one of the oldest programming languages, slightly less old than like DOS. But on top of that, I don't really care about what language a game is programmed in. So I guess now that we have a proof of concept, I guess we build a trident killer to make sure that we can get bad omen and stuff. Let's build the world's worst trident killer, I guess. And go from there. I mean, I have I've been trying to not stream past, let's say, 10 o'clock. I mean, I could go over a little bit. Okay, so there's one there, and then the boom boom. I don't know which way is north. Oh, I had my tablet propped up there, and I had it in front of my. Okay, so north is actually this way. Northwest is actually this way. That's a little trick you can use to find northwest. So boom, then go boom, boom. Is use the pumpkin seed stem, and that will tell you which direction is northwest. So observer there, observer in piston, redstone torch, redstone torch, redstone torch. And when the time comes for a tutorial, I'll probably pick a better trident killer, but for now, we're gonna go with this one because it's the one I know how to build. And like I said, we only have like 20-30 more minutes to work on this, so I mean, we want to have a fully functional raid farm at the end of this. Maybe I'll make a download of this. We'll see. I've been a little disappointed in downloads lately, because even though I offer downloads for every farm, everything I get, one of the most popular questions to ask me is, does this still work? Which is the point of a download. But if people aren't going to use them, then I don't want to make them. Nobody's going to use it. Okay. The only thing we need to add to these are tridents, I guess. Now, they did do some... I'm going to assume it was accidental fixing. I've heard reports that they still glitch through the world if you relog. I have heard that they don't despawn if you simply unload them. This is if C++ is so old, then why is it that Java is the language that's being discontinued? Okay. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I didn't do too bad at making that platform, right? All right, let's add, I don't know, let's say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wonder what happened to the raid. Did they spawn on the ground maybe when I was down there? Three, 4, 5, 6. Four, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's a little known fact. I almost joined a Java SMP one time. I'm not going to say the name of it, but I almost joined one. Part of the reason I didn't was because no controller support, and adding controller support to it is ridiculously hard. Oh, the average person loves Java, the programming language, because it's easy to use. But it's a dead language. It's being phased out. Like it or don't, it's been phased out. People are banning it left and right. I mean, like it or don't, but Java is on its way out. Not the game, not the Minecraft edition, but the programming language. Java is on its way out. In 10 years, it'll be like Java what? When I was in school, the thing to learn was, like when I was in high school, we learned BASIC. Okay, programming languages don't just last forever. We learned BASIC. I mean, think about how ridiculous that is. I mean, it was like a computer language written by kindergartners. So the idea that Minecraft Java edition is going to last another 10 years, is it? What if the Java language that it's based on dies? Is Mojang going to pick it up and carry it themselves? And if they have to rewrite Java, what would be the point of that? Why wouldn't they just merge Java in with the Bedrock players? I mean, at a certain point, Java will quit receiving updates, like the program language. Like Oracle will have to abandon it because it will lose its customer base. You should never learn BASIC. BASIC is it's like learning, I don't know, a Klingon or something. You'd be like, yeah, that's cool, but it serves no purpose. I'm gonna use this little water pattern here. I learned this from my friend Rufus Atticus. You can find his Discord in the links under Analyzing Minecraft. You can find all his information there. Oh, of course. Because we're in a stupid snow biome where the water's going to freeze and do dumb stuff. Okay, well, we'll just have to put some glowstone down or something dumb like that. This is why I hate the snow biomes so bad. Actually, I probably will just do like waterlogged leaves or something. This is why I almost never build in a snowy biome. For that very reason. I'm a little concerned that the raid bar hasn't moved. I'm gonna guess that's because the raid spawned on the ground when I was down by the outposts. Which lends me back to believe that some of it is based on player location. let's fix that situation. Don't kill the villagers, but that does kill our tridents, so let's rethrow the tridents. 4, 5, 6. Or potentially they didn't spawn on the ground, but they fell off the platform, which is more likely. Oh, you know what I did not do is I did not leaf the top of the edge. Here. I suspect that what we had was a problem with the pillagers and stuff spawning on this platform and falling off the side. Let's put some leaves here. Leaves there. Leaves there. Okay, and the instant kill seems to be cycling correctly. What do you think of Tristone making the fastest killing method of on iron? The killing speed is irrelevant once you add 20-30 villagers. I think that overcomplicated redstone is unnecessary, and I don't really care for it one way or the other. I need a few more waters. Nah, I think we're okay. As far as Tristone, I feel like they try to math their way to things instead of actually testing things. And you can't math your way to rates and stuff. You can kill iron golems as fast as you want to, but you can also just negate that. The fastest iron farms are based on iron farms that just simply work. If you have to remember to turn on or turn off or activate your iron farm every time you walk by it, you're not going to end up with a lot of iron. The fastest iron farms are ones that just work and that... Okay, why are we not spawning another raid? Are these not working? Okay, they are working. There's that. Okay, let's make sure that we didn't have any pillagers fall off while we were adding leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't seem to be spawning any pillagers down there, which is a little concerning for me. I wonder, did they change the requirement for it to be dark? Oh, we're just on the... It looks like we're just a block or two, because it looks like they're despawning. Okay. Yeah, our AFK platform is just a couple of spaces too high. That's exactly what's going on. Because you can see those guys despawning. Okay. Yeah, okay, now we're getting bad omen pretty regularly. That's what whoops, we don't want to do that. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. So we need to 130. So we were down. Okay. We missed it by a couple of blocks. The insta-kill works. The bad omen works. So insta-kill raid farm's not dead on Sim 4. Just a little harder to build. I feel attacked. Well, I'm sorry that you feel attacked. People come to my Discord all the time and try to explain to me that this trident killer kills it in this many game ticks. I don't care about any of that. I hate redstone. When people come to my stream or you come to my Discord and you ask me what I think about something, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I don't care about redstone. I find it unnecessary. It is. I understand that some people really like redstone and they try to flex with it, but it doesn't impress me. There's nothing wrong with it. If you really like redstone, then you use all the redstone you want to. But I'm never going to put a trident killer in an iron farm. I'm never going to. I think it's unnecessary. I think it's all that redstone for a handful of ingots per hour. Here you go. I'll play one for you.
Why you bully me?
Like I said, you can only increase it by a handful of ingots per hour with a super fast trident killer, and you've done all that redstone work for essentially no gain. I don't have a problem with people doing it. You're just never going to see me do it. And I'm not going to be like, oh, this is absolutely what you should do. I'm never going to be excited for it. Is there a way to stop villagers from unlinking with workstations? Yeah, if you don't allow villagers to pathfind. I have 2 pods of villagers. Is it an issue if both pods have the same... Yes, that is an issue. You don't want to use the same type of workstations because in an update, the villagers from one pod could claim the workstations of the other pod. So you want to have the 2 pods separate, and you want to have them different types of workstations. Lava is more efficient to kill golems. There are some trident killers that are ridiculously fast that are actually, and I'm gonna use the word efficient wrong here. I'm gonna just say faster. They kill golems faster, but they're not more efficient. And when I use the word efficient, I'm going to use it as the correct term, as that it's not cost effective. Yeah, you like a bucket of lava is always going to be cheaper than 5 tridents and tons of redstone and pistons and stuff like that. A bucket of lava is always going to be cheaper. It just is. It's going to be more efficient. And that's actually what the word efficient means. It means output per input. So input 1 bucket of lava versus output of all the iron versus input of all the redstone versus output the same amount of iron plus about 3 to 5 ingots extra per hour, and all the maintenance and everything else that goes along with it. So that's where we are with the redstone for. So if we're up there, we don't spawn, or we do spawn, but we don't get them killed. If we stand down here, then we will get bad omen. So, like I said, we could add a trident killer here, but I'm letting them die from fall damage. Because one, trident killers are so busted right now. Why are we not spawning any pillagers, captains? I'm not even sure how they can claim the fastest kill with busted trident killers. You can kill golems in the water stream while they are still Moving to a collection, it might kill slower, but they have to be pushed straight killing. The only time that a trident killer would actually be even relevant is if you only had 10 villagers in a village. That's the only time that killing speed is actually close enough that it matters. Otherwise, you're almost always better with lava. I will give them that one scenario. Is that if you only had 10 villagers in your village, killing speed would matter enough that a trident killer would be relevant. But I can light level. No, it doesn't matter about light level. Apparently it doesn't matter. I was just wrong light level. Can you kill golems in one? No, I don't think they made a change to light level. I was just at the wrong AFK spot. Cause see, like if I'm up here, I can see them spawn, and I can see them hit by the trident on the way down, and then I can see them disappear before they die. So you see them spawn, and then they disappear. I mean, that's even far enough to kill Ravagers. I thought it took a long way to kill Ravagers, but... So I'm going to wrap this up. I'll try to work on the tutorial for this, but it's in a long line of things I need to work on. But I just wanted mainly to prove that it wasn't busted. Busted, baby, busted. Let's see. What's the benefit of trading with villagers? Also, you do that in your tutorial for the Oh, okay. I think you left a comment on one of my videos. I just haven't had a chance to respond to it yet. The benefit of that is that it locks their profession and they can't switch workstation types. Like if I trade with a what do you call it? Fletcher, right? If I trade with a Fletcher, he can only claim another fletching workstation. He can't claim the other types of workstations. So by trading with him one time, it locks his profession to that profession, and he can only claim that type of workstation. I was going to respond to your comments right after the stream. I did see them though. I try to only respond to comments on YouTube a couple of times today. Sometimes I do it in the middle of the night when I'm bored, when I can't sleep. Let's see, what else? I guess that's it for the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. I might make this available for download if people really want it or not, but I appreciate everyone that likes and subscribes and all that. I don't do that for this though. I make no money doing YouTube. I do it because I like to do it, and I do it to help people out. Where was I going to go? Okay, I guess that's the end of the stream. I'm going to say that these are okay changes. Initially, I was a little put off just reading the changelog. I think that they could do a better job with the changelogs, make it a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Descriptive, and so that we would know what the changes are instead of everybody going into panic mode. Oh, that's a salute. Okay. I was like 07. It's like, oh yeah, I know what that means. Anyways, I think they could do a better job with the change logs, which would be amazing if they actually started doing that. I'm going to say thumbs up on these changes, even though it's kind of a pain in the butt to do Sim 4 raid farms now. It's a kill anyways. I got this cess totem from Taco Dude. I will try to put a link in his in the description later to his. I don't know if I want to do Discord or if I want to do YouTube. I don't know. Anyways, I'll figure out a link to him. He's the one that gave me that. So I really like the cess totems. I really do. Let me look over here and you can see them. That's from a friend of mine, Taco Dude. But that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna, for real this time,